But how are you doing today, Hannah? You doing anything fun, or how's your day been?
Worked from home today. I get to work from home every Wednesday, so that's lit.
That's real life stuff.
Feel like I didn't work that hard, which always feels bad. But
That's
I tried.
okay.
I tried. I was just, hanging out in other people's streams and just doing my own stream things, and work kind of came second. Sorry.
That's like literally me every single day when I like don't get anything done, and I'm like, wow, way to go, Casey! You wasted a whole day. Like,
You did it.
effectively.
Feels bad.
Goatus, do you ever work from home, or?
I work from home every day.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
As a realtor, yeah. Unless I'm like actively out showing houses to a client, I just work from home. And when you work from home every day, it's a challenge to stay focused even for a few hours. Like I have to like force myself to sit down, because I sit down on my computer and I start like going through my leads and like call them. And then I'm like, I should play a game of like TFT one. And then it's like 11 o'clock and I'm drinking a beer and I'm playing League, and I was like, I did nothing. This was an awful idea. But
So, oops.
11 a.m. is when you're hanging out drinking your beer? Or in the morning?
Sure, sometimes.
Yeah. I was on a podcast the other day. Not this podcast. I was on this podcast the other day too. But like another podcast.
You cheated on me?
I did, unfortunately. I was just invited.
Slut.
And they were like, it was one of my high school friends, or like my old high school friends. I'm not still in high school. Had to clarify that. But he was like, hey, want to come on my podcast? And I was like, yeah, sure. And they rent like an office downtown in the place that I live, and that's where like they have like their gaming setup and stuff. So they have like a YouTube setup, so they're gonna start doing like let's plays and stuff there, and then they have like this big table where they did the podcast. And I was thinking, that is so cool. So I don't know if you like rented an office for your work or anything, but I like the idea of like having that space where, where you can just go there and like that's your space where you work or play video games in their case, but
or both.
Yeah,
you and I should get an office.
That would be
for the podcast.
Difficult to share, but
we could. Did we figure this out? It's like somewhere in like Kansas.
He's looked it up.
You and I.
Where?
Yeah, it's like this.
Am I allowed to ask where you're from, Hannah?
Ohio.
Oh, actually,
from Ohio.
Okay.
Cincinnati.
Cincy.
Sin City.
That explains then why she seems so much more normal compared to one of our friends, Morty, who's from Columbus.
Cincinnati is a little more normal, and then Columbus. We don't even talk about Cleveland. Like we don't.
Yeah, he's like barely human, let alone
barely human.
Yeah.
Did he go to Ohio State?
No, he's actually he's younger. He's not even in college. So
I tell this story every time we talk about him. So his name's Morty. We love him to death. He I'll just out him right away. But he came to Minnesota.
You can find him on League at Morty.
He came to Minnesota, and I'm from North Dakota, right? Like right on the border of North Dakota. And when he was in Minnesota, he went to a town that was right on the border of Minnesota, which is 20 minutes away from where I live. And he didn't tell me. Isn't that like cold? Like, I don't know.
I don't want to hang out with you. I don't want to hang out with him.
Right? Well, if one of your friends did that, how brutal that would be. But I'm very
I'd be pissed. I'd be so mad if one of my internet friends was close enough to me that they could come stop by, like, let's just get lunch or like have a glass of wine or something. And if they just didn't tell me, I would disown them.
Oh no.
Immediate.
A lot of pressure. I gotta remember that. Like
you're near Cincinnati.
This is my first time I ever talked to you, and I'm like, I should just check in, like, just in case. Like, that's harsh.
Like, I'm in Southern Kentucky. It's like 3 hours away. Is that too close? Do I have to stop by?
I'm in Northern California. Do you want me to swing by?
It's close enough. Get over here.
So normally when I come home, I'm like, I'm feeling like pretty comfortable, right? I just have like all my notes of like things I need to talk about before we move on to anything that really matters, Normally I come home, I'm pretty comfortable about like not getting murdered, right? I don't know if you guys have the same scenario. I don't know if you guys like, you don't have a lot of people that you live with, but my family's gone for this week, right? So they're in some other state. And when I've been coming home recently, it is like the weirdest feeling to come home to like just an empty house where it's like, normally like if there's people home, I'm not afraid of being murdered. But like now that there's nobody here, somebody could be anywhere in my house when I come home. Is that like the scariest thing to you? I don't know. I'm paranoid is what I'm saying. But
really quick. Hang on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just jump in here real quick. Your chat doesn't like wine, and I am.
Listen, man, they just hate me. All right, it's not the wine.
Like I'm hurt by this.
Who said it? Who said it?
You good
Finn!
guy and Daddy Jakey. Both of them.
Finn's not even mine. Finn's from somewhere else. He doesn't
He's got
belong to
disowned.
me. He doesn't belong to me.
How come they not like wine?
Someone
They
said
tune into your
alcohol.
stream. Like you're drinking wine all the time. That's like all I know about you.
It's one of my emotes for a reason.
Is it actually? Can you drop that emote right now?
Yeah, I can.
Farrico. Someone said alcohol is disgusting. The Farrico signal went off.
You
The
have no
Oh,
idea.
God.
A resident alcoholic
Just-
Irishman.
Pure anger. Just
That's
a
an
lot
awesome
of rage.
emote.
Thanks. I bought it myself
Okay, there you go.
with my own money. And yeah, Jake is mine. I'll claim him. Jakey's mine. Piece of shit.
You don't like wine, but you'll drink Jägermeister?
The
What
fuck is wrong with y'all?
Your community is that's awful.
Finn, you're banned starting tomorrow. Immediate ban.
To be fair, I only drink like Cabernets. Like I don't drink like any kind of whites.
I drink sweet wine. Like it's not like the real like I'm drinking red wine that's aged, like a fine aged wine. I'm literally like $7 wine from Walgreens. Thanks.
I was gonna say I don't know that like $5 red wine is good red wine, but that's what I drink.
So is red wine sweeter or is the white wine sweeter? I don't know.
White wine.
I had a
White
table
wine
ask
sweeter,
me the other
yeah.
day, and I had no idea what to say. I don't drink enough wine. I drink like exclusively Chardonnay and like I don't know, like Moscato. Like
I drink Moscato. That's what I drink.
fan
I'm the
of
very
Moscato.
like very sweet, super sugary, like the worst
Yeah, so you
hangover
can't
you
do
could
it.
possibly have the next day. That's me.
Yeah, that's like Boone's Farm. Do you like Boone's Farm? Is that what you're drinking?
Barefoot.
Okay.
The basic white girl wine.
Basic.
That, like suburban white mom, like I'm going to the PTO meeting, has a bottle of pink Moscato in her purse. Like that's me. That's my
Amazing.
aesthetic.
the
Tequila Mockingbird. Ew, I love that name.
I like
by
your
the way.
chest.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's my mod. Hi Tequila.
Is that your mod? Your mod has an amazing name.
That's my man's.
I
We
thought-
worked together once.
You
Once.
could come mod for me too anytime with a name
Once.
like that.
He's
You
dope.
can ban any of my regulars. It's fine. I like you better than all of them.
Your name is better.
Yeah, your name's better.
Can we go back to like the whole being murdered in your
Yeah,
house by
we
yourself?
could. I don't know.
Because-
No, you're
Yeah,
good.
because
Thing. Let's go back
yes,
to King getting murdered.
Is that a
So
fear that
I-
you have frequently, or
yes. So I live in an apartment alone. I am a girl living alone. When I moved out of my parents' house, I literally every day I was so like I check all my doors like because I have like a balcony door, so I check that. I've got the bar down. I have a thing that goes underneath the doorknob, like in my front door.
Hopefully,
literally-
Jordan's not here.
I literally it's every day. I'm just like someone's here. Someone's here. I hear any noise, any like creak. I hear my neighbors downstairs and I'm like they're in my apartment. What are they doing here?
well, like the worst
terrifying.
part is too, like I'm from North Dakota, and I don't know if it's similar in Ohio, but nobody in North Dakota locks their doors. Like it just doesn't happen. So I have been locking my door this week as a change that I made. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
Is
think
it just like the part of town that you live in though? Because like when I lived with my parents, we didn't really. I mean, we do, but it was like a safer neighborhood, and then I moved to a not as safe neighborhood, and now I'm just like, someone's gonna come in here, and I'm scared.
I would think that, but like the apartment that I lived in previously, my car was stolen out of, and we still
Tight.
we didn't lock that door until my car was stolen, and then I was like, okay, we are locking this door now. But
I remember that was a great story.
God.
I feel like I told it too much. I don't want to tell it on this stream. Our intro's been really long already.
Never
so
heard it.
I was looking for a segue to talking about porn, but like I couldn't figure that out. So we're gonna switch it to talking about Ninja and his channel playing porn. Which is hold on. I messed something up at the beginning of the stream. I forgot to change all the titles and stuff, but I got to it during that intro, that long intro that we got.